Hey Lunch Bunch, welcome back to my channel. Today we are having Fazoli's and I am so hungry. Oh my goodness. I only had an apple this morning. So I'm ready for some food. So in here we've got the breadsticks and the flatware. And then I picked up the sampler platter right there. Maybe I won't need a plate. I thought I might, but maybe I won't. So I got the sampler platter, and then I got a small Coke with this. I thought this cup would be so much smaller than it actually is. I did not expect a cup that big. And then I got one of their Cesar salads. It looks really sad. It's literally just romaine lettuce with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, and they threw in a salad packet. So I think I'm going to have to find some croutons and make this salad a little more happy. Okay, let's start off with this salad here. I always eat my salads first. You guys the same way? Always go with salad first. I'm not one of those people who can just jump around and eat a little bit of everything at the same time. No, I can't do that. How do you open? There we go. Maybe. Get it out of here. Don't need it. A little bit of Parmesan cheese. Some croutons. These are the classic Cesar croutons. We get them at Aldi's. Molly, this is not for you. My dog's in here begging. Give me some croutons. No. My son is in the living room right now eating his lunch and watching Mickey Mouse. He has chicken nuggets. I just made some chicken nuggets up here at home. So it's chicken nuggets. He has some leftover macaroni and cheese from the last time him and my husband went out to eat. I work the weekends now, and so they went out to eat not too long ago, over the weekend actually. And he had some leftover mac and cheese, so he's that, his chicken nuggets, he's got some sliced up tomatoes, and a cup of Sprite. So he's in there eating right now. I'm going to be eating this. Put that there. I don't know if that'll even show up in the thumbnail, probably not, so it's probably kind of silly to even bother with it. So how are you guys? Let me know in the comments below. How you doing? Are you eating anything with me? If you are, what are you eating? I'm so friggin' hungry. So good. So I think everything I got here was $11. Not too bad, I guess, for everything that I got. I never think about eating at Fazoli's. I think the last time I ate Fazoli's was when I did a Fazoli's mukbang for my mukbang channel, which I actually quit posting over there because you know how YouTube is, and like you have to have like 1,000 subscribers and like I think it's 4,000 hours of views, I think, to make money. I could be wrong on that. I'm not sure. I got my numbers right there, but anyway, not making any money on that channel. And this channel I do make a little bit of money on, but I was worried I wasn't going to get the views, so I switched my mukbangs from that channel to this channel. And now I've actually hit the amount of views I need for this channel, so I'm kind of contemplating, like, should I bring that other channel back? But then if I bring that other channel back, I just don't know how I'm going to go about managing it, because that was getting to be a lot for me. I was posting 2 mukbangs a week over there and then 3 regular videos a week over here. So that was 5 videos a week, and that's just a lot. And I know that I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom, but now I work the weekends, and it was just getting hard to take care of. And then, like, with the amount of mukbangs I was having to eat, like, I could feel myself gaining weight. Like, I felt like I was getting bigger. I felt sluggish because I was filming so many mukbangs each week. And now, like, I just have to film 1 mukbang a week. And if in 1 week I want to film 2 or 3 mukbangs, I don't have to mukbang for almost the rest of the month because I only do 1 mukbang a week here. So I feel like this is just more manageable. But if I bring that other channel back, which I could, I feel like I would probably just post 1 mukbang a week over there. But I don't know if people would like that. I don't know if YouTube would like that. YouTube likes to promote channels that post more frequently than once a week. So I don't really know where I'm at on that. If you're subscribed to that channel or, you know, whatever, let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Give me Give me some advice, because I don't know what to do there. I don't know what to do. I feel like that channel was experiencing really good growth. I think I had it up for like 2 months maybe. And it reached like maybe it hit around 100 subscribers in like 2 months, which that was really good. And so I feel bad just like deucing out, but like, peace out, deuce out, I don't know. Anyway, I feel bad just like leaving it, but and I still have like 98 subscribers over there. But I feel like most of who subscribed over there came from here. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, is it worth bringing it back? That's just kind of where I'm at with all of that. Oh my gosh, this is so good. If you guys have any mukbang requests, feel free to leave them down below. My goal and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do a mukbang from every restaurant in my town. At least one, sometimes two. Like if they have a breakfast and like a regular menu, then like I'm going to do a breakfast mukbang and like a regular lunch/dinner mukbang. So that's kind of like my goals right now. After I hit up every restaurant, I'm not sure what I'm going to do from there, but I've got so much stuff to talk about. I'm so hungry. I just want to sit here and stuff my face. Can you hear the croutons crunching? I love the sound of anything crunchy, like crunchy chips or crunchy croutons. Do you guys hear that? It's probably grossing some people out and other people are like, yes. So, I had my husband order me a handheld electric sander. So excited. My garage is full of project piece furniture. Like things that I found that like I want to try refurbishing because I've never refurbished anything before. And normally when I find furniture, because like you drive up and down the back alleys, you're bound to eventually start finding furniture that's in decent condition that people are just throwing out. And so most recently, I found an end table. It's like a round end table, pretty large, and someone had painted a checkerboard on it. It's so cool looking, but like it's old. I could use a fresh coat of paint, and it's got some of the molding on it chipped off. As is, if I sold it, I could probably get like 10 to 15, maybe $20 if I'm lucky. But I just have like ideas in my head of like how I want to refurbish it and paint it new, and I don't know. I'm excited by the idea. I have a dining room table sitting in my garage that needs to be done. As is, I could probably get like 20 bucks out of it. If I refurbish it, I'm thinking closer to 100 to 150. But all these pieces have like varnish or paint on them, and so an electric sander will help. I mean, I know I'm gonna have to use like paint stripper or varnish stripper, But a stander is going to help too. I need one of those. Unless I want to do it all by hand, which I really don't want to do it all by hand. So, that's not Parmesan. I was about to start dumping that on my food. Okay. So I think in here we have some Alfredo. We have spaghetti with a meatball. I got the sampler platter, the ultimate sampler platter, I think is what it's called. Lasagna, and then whatever those noodly guys are with more spaghetti sauce. So, hopefully in here we can get a decent thumbnail. 2 breadsticks. Do you guys like it when I pose for thumbnails in the videos, or would you rather me cut these out? Like, nobody's ever said anything. So, I'm leaving them in. Breadsticks are so good. Like, when I was driving to the drive-thru, you could literally smell the garlic butter just like rolling out of the building, and it just smelled amazing. So good. Like, why do I never eat here? Like, seriously. And it's so close to my house too. Like, I just never think about it. Okay, so things to talk about. I said I have things to discuss. My son turned 2 over the weekend. Oh my goodness, I have a 2-year-old now. Officially a toddler, no longer a baby. And I can't believe it's been 2 years since I had him. It does not feel like it's been that long. And like, Facebook has been posting pictures on my timeline of like, oh, you took this picture 2 years ago. And it's like me in the hospital with him. I'm like, oh my God, he was so little. It's so bittersweet to watch your kids grow up, because like on one hand, it's so exciting to watch them get bigger and learn new things. But on the other hand, like, it's sad because it just goes by so quickly. I love it. I love being a mom. I know so many people will talk about having kids and stuff, and they'll talk to somebody who hasn't had a kid, and they'll be like, take your time and wait. Take your time and wait. And I'm like, bitch, I wish I would have started sooner. Like, give me all the babies. I love it. It's so fun. And that's not to say that I have a perfect child or that every day is a walk in the park. It's not. We have our days. But overall, like, I just love being a mom. I love it. It's so much fun. It just brings so much joy into our life. I guess why I feel like that is probably just because we were so ready to have kids. It's just where we were at in our relationship, and we were so ready. Over the weekend, I went to my best friend's wedding. She's now married. And I have a whole vlog. If you guys want to check it out, it'll be coming up here sooner rather than later. Oh no, I'm running out of time on my SD card. Oh no. I just had to clear this thing off before I started filming, and then I forgot to delete the old footage out, and now I can't delete the old footage out without deleting this footage out. One big bite. Oh. Okay, I have to go take care of this so I can finish filming. Be right back. Okay, 3 minutes later, and I'm back with an empty memory card, and we can finish eating. I think the last time I did a Fazoli's Mukbang, I had the exact same thing happen, and I had to like come back several times because I kept having camera problems. Look at all of that. Yum. Get out a dish towel to wipe my mouth because the sauce is going everywhere. So good. So as I was saying, my best friend got married over the weekend, and what I was gonna say before I got into all that was that one of the bridesmaids was talking to one of the other bridesmaids about having a kid because the girl hadn't had kids yet. And the bridesmaid who had kids was talking about it was like, wait and take your time. And she made a comment of saying that she's like 31 and just had her second kid, who's like 5 months old. And she said that she had her first kid when she was like 21. So it was like 10 years apart. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just, you know, stating facts. And she's like, waste your time, take your time, like don't rush into it. And like on one hand, I totally agree to taking your time and not rushing into kids. It is a big decision. But if you're settled in a happy relationship and you feel like you're ready, go for it. Like go for it. You'll never be 100% ready. Like the finances will never 100% be there. The timing will never be 100% be there. Like there's always going to be something up in the air. Like when we started trying to get pregnant with my son, like we didn't know where we were going to live. It was kind of up in the air because we were renting a trailer that had 3 bedrooms. So in that sense, like we had plenty of space. But we weren't settled because we didn't own the trailer. We were renting it. And our lease was coming up and we knew we would be moving, but we didn't know where we would be moving to. And we knew there was a possibility that we would be moving into this house with my grandmother because at the time, we didn't realize how bad her Alzheimer's had gotten. Actually, it's dementia. In fact, we didn't even know that she had dementia. We just knew that sometimes she said loopy things, but like we thought, okay, like you're 80, like that happens. And we were going to move in here to help take care of her because she was really struggling with, you know, yard work and cooking and cleaning, and she needed help with the bills. And so we were just going to come over and take over all the bills, and we were going to do the cooking and the cleaning and just, you know, help take care of the house. But then like a whole bunch of stuff happened, and I plan on doing an entire video dedicated to inheriting this house eventually. It's going to be hopefully a very long time from now, but there's a lot of legal issues with it, and I don't want to talk too deeply about anything until after we officially own it and it is in our name. Just know that I'm inheriting this house from my grandmother once she passes, but she has to go into the nursing home because she just required more care than we were going to be able to give her. I think about around January of 2015, my parents started figuring out how many problems she actually has, because my dad had to come over and take over her finances, and that was a huge mess. And then, you know, he was here almost on a daily basis helping to take care of her. And her health just drastically started dropping really quickly. She just couldn't take care of herself anymore. We tried doing in-home nurses, but it just wasn't enough. Like she needed 24 hours around-the-clock care. At one point, my parents came over to visit, and thank God that they did, because if they hadn't, she probably would have died. Because she was just sitting in the living room, and it was like over 100 degrees outside. It was so hot, but she was freezing, and she had it cranked up to like 80 degrees in the house. Like the heat was on, and she was under blankets, like a gnat flying around. She was sitting under blankets, and what it was she was having problems. I think it was with her diabetes, and she hadn't drank any water all day. She was super dehydrated. She hadn't eaten anything, and if my parents hadn't come to check on her, like she probably would have passed out or passed away. I mean, she probably wouldn't have made it. So, and we couldn't move in sooner because we were under contract with our, you know, our lease. Like we couldn't just break our lease. So, when, you know, things started happening, my dad, you know, was coming over. I was coming over. My mom was coming over. We were coming over trying to take care of her, but couldn't be here 24 hours a day. And by the time that episode happened with her in her chair, she had to go to the hospital. And the people in the hospital was like, she tested for dementia. She needs to go to like a senior living facility is what she needs to go to. And we already knew her mobility was getting bad during that time period. Like my dad had to take away her driver's license because she has a lot of nerve damage in her legs and her feet because of her diabetes, because she wasn't taking care of it right. At the time, she was also looking at having to go on dialysis for her kidneys because she wasn't drinking enough water. And they put her in the nursing home. Her mobility in the past 2 years has just gone completely down because now she is fully dependent on a wheelchair. She can't walk at all, which was kind of where she was heading at when she lived here. There was no way that she could live here and be handicapped because there's steps in the front, steps in the back, and steps down to the basement. Like there's, even to get on the back porch, there's steps. Like she wouldn't be able to get out of the house. And she's a big lady. Like we couldn't just pick her up and take her. Like, so I get questions a lot about like, why didn't you just, you know, move in and take care of your grandma, and why don't she just live with you? And I wish that she could. I wish that's how it would have worked out. That's how it was supposed to work out. But it's not how it worked out. Like she just requires more care than we're able to give her. And at least in the nursing home, like if she wants to go on outings, like she has dementia, she needs help, but they take them on outings. They have, you know, lifts, chairs, and they have handicapped vehicles, like the buses. And so when she wants to go places and they have outings, like she can go places and do things. And like, we don't have a handicapped vehicle. And further that, like I said, we have like steps all over the house. Like there's no way to get out of this place without steps. And so that's why she doesn't live here. We won't officially inherit the house until she passes away. And yeah, that's just kind of what's going on with all that. How do we even get on that subject? I don't remember now. This Alfredo sauce is so good. I don't know. Last I remember we were talking about babies and... Oh, that's it. When we started trying, we didn't know what was going to happen because we didn't know if we moved in here with my grandma and my grandma went to the nursing home, and we didn't know if my dad was just going to sell the house or if we would move in here, which we did, or if we would have to like find another place to live. Like we didn't know. All of that was all up in the air. But like, I feel like timing is now 100% perfect. And we just figured, okay, well, we'll start trying to have a baby. Like, other than our living situation, everything was good. And we just figured, okay, well, we'll just plan for wherever we end up to make sure there's enough space to have a baby there. Like, you know, make sure whatever we get is at least a 2 to 3 bedroom home. And when babies are so little, like, honestly, for like the first year, like, they really don't need a whole lot as far as like their own personal space goes. Like, they could totally stay in the room with you. Like, it's not that serious. And my son didn't do that. He started sleeping in his crib by himself. I think like 4 months. 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Before that, he slept in a bassinet in our room. But once he started sleeping about 6 hours a night, put him in his own crib. But if we hadn't had the space, keeping him in our room wouldn't have been a problem at all. Like, 0 issues. Lion Guard is coming on. He just got pretty excited about that. I'm sure you heard him. So, my best friend got married. As I mentioned, I was her maid of honor. She had 2 maid of honors. Me and the other girl who hadn't had a kid yet. And everything went really well. It was really fun. It was a big, fancy, expensive wedding. Like, it could have been on one of those Say Yes to the Dress, or like the, what is it? It's called 3 weddings or 4 weddings, where like, it's on TLC, where like all the brides go to each other's weddings and then somebody wins a honeymoon. Like, it could have been on that show. I don't know why she didn't enter to be on that show. It was beautiful and fancy, and it was a lot of fun. Holy cow. I never want to do another wedding again in my life. Like, at least not as a maid of honor, because planning things, I'm not good at party planning. I'm not good at planning anything. Like, that's why my husband and I ended up at the courthouse for our wedding to get married. Like, I tried planning a wedding and stressed myself out so bad. Oh, no. But my friend planned most of her wedding herself, and she had some help from the venue. But otherwise, she planned everything herself, and it was gorgeous. She did such a good job. I don't know how she did it. And like, me and the other maid of honor had to plan her bachelorette party. That was stressful. It went really well. We ended up renting a big pink limo that took us around Indianapolis, and we got to stop at like the canal and the Indy sign and down around the square and get pictures taken. So it was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad it worked out well. But like, the 4 months we spent planning, maybe even longer than that, 4 or 5 months we spent planning her bachelorette party, like, I was so stressed out about it, like, not going well. What if people didn't have fun? What if something went wrong? Like, I'm not a party planner, you guys. It's not my thing. But it worked out well. Everybody had fun. Everybody had a good time. And the wedding was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. So, so beautiful. And relatively drama-free. Of course, there's a little bit of drama, but, you know, I think that's normal with all weddings. There's probably a little something that happens. That was a big bite. That was bigger than I anticipated. Throw the whole thing in my mouth. So good. I don't know, I guess I felt like I had more to talk about than I actually do. Just because there was so much that went into the wedding and so much that happened. Like, we went to the Evanescence concert on Thursday, and then Friday was the bachelorette party, and we also had the rehearsal. We had the rehearsal dinner. Like, everything went well. There wasn't anything like super dramatic to talk about that happened. It was pretty standard, in my opinion. But I don't know. I just felt like there was a lot that happened. I don't know if I can finish all this, guys. I'm getting full. I think let's go down for a nap. How long are we at? I don't know. I can't see. 20 minutes? 23 minutes? Something like that. So he has vacation Bible school tonight. We didn't make it yesterday because my grandmother got moved into a new room at the nursing home. And so we went in the evening to go check on her and make sure everything worked out well with like her getting moved. And the poor thing doesn't realize that her roommate is her roommate. Her roommate seems to be a little more cognitive than she is, and maybe she was just having a bad night last night, but she kept telling us, like, I don't know this lady well enough to be my friend, and she keeps calling herself my friend, and, like, I don't really know her, and we asked her, like, did you know her before you moved up to the upstairs? Because originally she was in the bottom floor, which is, like, for more able-bodied seniors. And then she moved upstairs to the Alzheimer's ward. They have two different Alzheimer's wards. They have one that's like a mild, and that's where she was at, and they have another one that's like, because Alzheimer's can make you really mean. And she's not quite that far gone yet. But she's a little forgetful, and sometimes things don't make sense to her. And so she was upstairs in one of the Alzheimer's wards, and then she's fully dependent on a wheelchair now, so they moved her back downstairs into like the more mentally cognitive area. But like the floor the wing she is on is for people who have a lot of mobility issues, so she has better access to the lift chairs and stuff, which I don't know why they wouldn't have all of that up in the Alzheimer's ward. I know they have at least a couple of lift chairs because I've seen them use it, but I guess they just have more of them available downstairs. I don't know, but they moved her. And we were like, well, did you know her before you went upstairs? And she goes, I knew her, but not well enough to be my friend. And she keeps calling herself my friend. And, like, I was really upset about it. And she was going on and on about how, like, my husband's home. I'm filming a mukbang. Nice. But she kept, like, talking about how, like, her roommate isn't her friend. And she never actually used the word roommate. This lady. And she was like, last night she just stayed the night and wouldn't get out of my house. And I kept telling her, like, you're walking home, you need to get out. Because, like, I don't have a car to take you home. And, like, I don't want you here anyways. And you need to get out of here before I wake up in the morning. And her roommate was like, it's okay, I'll be quiet. You won't even know I'm here. Like, I'll just go sleep over here in my bed. And Grandma was like, and she slept in my bed last night. That was my bed yesterday, and it's set up in the kitchen, and, like, just weird off the ball stuff. And she doesn't realize that she's not at her house anymore. She doesn't realize that that lady is her roommate. She thinks the whole room is her house, and that, you know, this is a stranger that just won't get out of her house. And it's sad. And it's hard, you know, to watch somebody go through that. It's difficult. And, you know, we tried to explain it to her, but I'm sure by the time we left, like, she forgot everything. So, he needs a nap. We're getting close to 30 minutes. I am full. So we're going to wrap things up here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy. If you ever have If you ever have any mukbang suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. Do you want to say hi to the mukbang?
I'm good.
He doesn't want to come say hi to you. Okay, well, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.